Hi boys and girls, Mr. Mirror here for the Little Writing Family. In our last video, we talked about how to use white space and line breaks to add interest and creativity to our poems. And today, we're going to look at how poets use comparisons to paint images in their readers' minds. You know, we can compare things to help our readers picture what we're writing about. I want to show you what I did in a couple of my poems today. So I was thinking about camping, and camping, you can compare a lot of things while you're camping. Take a look at what I did here. I wrote, Waking Up Outside, that's the title. Bright sunshine rising. Birds singing like a choir. I stretch and get out of the tent. Flip, flip, flip the pancakes. Time for breakfast in the woods. What's the comparison I'm making here? Well, if you look closely, right here, I compare those birds with a choir, a singing group, right? When you wake up in the woods, one of the first things you hear are all those birds chirping. You don't hear them as much when you're in your house as when you're outside in a tent. And so I thought that would be a really good thing to compare in my poem here. So I wrote birds singing, and I thought, what are they singing like? They're singing like a choir. Yeah, so I put that in my poem there. I don't have any other comparisons. I've got repeated words. I've got some sensory details in here. But, and it's only focused on waking up outside. It's not focused on any other part of camping. I really zeroed in there. But I wanted you to picture or almost hear the birds. So I wrote, birds singing like a choir. I've got another camping poem here. This one's about hiking while you're camping. The hike by the river. And I've got a couple of comparisons in here. Listen for them and see if you can hear me comparing things. The hike by the river. Walk, walk, walk through the woods. Birds chirping and singing. Green trees and plants everywhere on the path. The river flows like a fast, wet highway. Waterfalls as tall as a skyscraper. Time for breakfast in the woods. Did you hear some comparisons? Did I compare the birds again to a choir? No. Did I compare them to anything? Now remember, the title is The Hike by the River. So I wanted my readers to pay attention to the river. So I didn't put comparisons for everything. I didn't say the birds are chirping like a choir. The green trees as tall as my tall brother or something like that. I just wanted to focus on the river and the water here. So let's look at that. The river flows like a fast, wet highway. Think about the highway you're driving on, right? When you're driving down the highway, you're going really fast. This river was rushing by with lots of water. The river flows like a fast, wet highway. You can picture those cars zipping by. Picture that water just rushing by us as we walked. And the second thing, did you see it? The second thing I compared? Yeah, right down here, the waterfalls. Waterfalls as tall as a skyscraper. If you've ever been in a city and you've been around those skyscrapers and you look up, I mean, to see the top, it hurts your neck sometimes. You have to look up so far. And if it's a sunny day, you're squinting and you're blinking as you're doing it. So you can imagine these skyscrapers, these waterfalls were really tall. So I put those, compared it to a skyscraper. Now I use some very specific language. When you're comparing things, it often helps to use things like the word like or as as. Let me show you that. The river flows like a fast, wet highway. The frog jumps like a spring. Boing, right? The baseball player runs like a cheetah. Right? I'm going to use like to help compare two things. Or I could use as, as, and I need an adjective, as tall as a skyscraper, as short as the curb, as scary as a lion, as loud as an elephant, as large as an elephant, right? As small as a mouse. I can use adjectives, and when I do, I'm going to say as, as, and then what I'm comparing it to. So, today, in your poems, I want you pick a topic to write about, talk to a friend, and if you can find one comparison that you could put in your poem, that would be a huge success. You don't need to have every single line have a comparison, because then it's almost like it's too much. It's like those 25 to 30 O's in the word so, right? It's too much. One or two good comparisons in your poem will do wonders for your writing, and it will really help paint a picture in the minds of your readers. Go for it, boys and girls, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Bye-bye.